Hello again, I am Blunty, and this is the fifth and final part of my full-on Wii U user review. If you missed parts 1 through 4, go check them out. I covered the hardware, the Pro Controller, the user interface, the operating system, MiiVerse, and the backwards compatibility mode. Today, as this stack of game cases and the title of the video suggest, I'm breaking down the launch games I've collected so far. I've selected a wide range of very different game types to get a nice cross-section and variety of gameplay so I could get a nicely rounded feel for how things roll. On top of the stack, Nintendo Land, of course. A pack-in title if you purchase the premium black model Wii U, available to purchase separately if you're a bit of a numpty and got the basic model. It's a big pile of mini-games and party games, basically designed to show off the different ways to use and interact with games via the touchscreen-equipped gamepad. It's presented as a theme park of attractions, each of those little gates leading to a separate game. In some cases they're single-player games, in others single or multiplayer, others still require at least 2 players, in which everyone aside from player 1 will be using Wii remotes. And Wii remotes with Wii Motion Plus, either built-in or using the adapter, is recommended and occasionally required. There's a simple racing game based off the F-Zero games. Here steering is done by turning the gamepad. It's an extremely simplified little obstacle racer, but it does show off the one-to-one responsiveness available when using the control pad's accelerometers quite nicely. There's a Pikmin-based game. Basically it's small stages built around a simple arena battle mechanic. It's beautifully rendered and uses the touchscreen and thumbsticks. It's actually quite addictive, and the difficulty curve and leveling keeps things pretty compelling to keep playing. It may just keep hungry Pikmin fans busy while they're eagerly awaiting the full-on Pikmin title for the Wii U. Easily my favourite single-player experience, though, is the one based around the adventures of a little green-clad hero called Link. There's 2 modes of play. The Wii U controller allows a motion-controlled archery experience, which once again shows off the pinpoint accurate motion tracking in the pad. You can also play with a Wiimote in a sword-based variant. In both cases, it's an on-rails shooter-style gameplay with a nice big stack of levels, and the gameplay gets very challenging. It may just be a minigame, but there's more depth here than you may expect. And the cloth and stitches presentation of the characters and the world they inhabit is completely charming, right down to tears and exposed stuffing marking character and enemy damage. It's very cute, and it's brilliantly fun. Yoshi's Fruit Cart is the most simple looking game, but it has a pretty fun and challenging mechanic. The gamepad screen shows only your start and end points, and you have to draw a path for Yoshi to traverse, avoiding obstacles and collecting the fruits to unlock the exit. The obstacles and fruits are only shown on the main screen. Sometimes you even have to do it in a specific order for added challenge. It needs some puzzle-type planning and spatial relationship thinking. It seems simple enough, but it presents a rather enjoyable level of challenge as things progress. There's a twin-stick rhythm dancer style game, once more deceptively simple in its setup, but quite challenging to ace the levels. I will freely admit I was absolutely awful at this game. It's not my favourite on offer by a long shot, not just because I was bad at it, but I'm sure there's people out there who get quite addicted. Donkey Kong gets a platform puzzler that relies on the gamepad tilt sensor, the microphone, and the trigger buttons. It's another game in the set that I'm not very good at, but it's one of the more complex challenges on offer, with some very clever level design requiring some split-second timing to get you through. Actually, some of the level design is a bit trolly if you ask me, but, you know. Another favourite of mine is the ninja-themed arcade shooter, using the gamepad held sideways as a light gun replacement and flinging shuriken from it to the main screen to hit ninjas. It's probably the very best example of the superb motion tracking sensors in the gamepad. It really is near perfect, and easily the most responsive motion sensing I've ever come across in any game controller, tablet or smartphone. Although the shape of the controller when held sideways isn't the most elegant thing to hold, still, the game is awesomely fun, I love the aesthetic, and it's utterly addictive. Metroid gets some good love too, with an arena shooter that's supreme fun in either single player or multiplayer format. Again, the difficulty ramps up just perfectly to keep you challenged, but without ever hitting a wall of frustration. This is my favourite of the multiplayer games. Look, you know what? There's a surprisingly massive stack of games here, including the pure multiplayer stuff, which is an absolute blast to play and which I've covered in other videos leading up to the launch. And all the games here present a coin reward system you can spend on yet another minigame to win prizes and neat stuff to decorate the main arena with. So this video would be astonishingly long if I went through every game, so long story shorter, Nintendo Land is a pretty good selection of well-made minigames for some quick blast play, and several of which are far more compelling, challenging and deeper than you may expect from their joyful, simple presentation. Absolutely give this game a go. Right then, up next, of course, new Super Mario Bros. U. I really shouldn't have to say much here. It's a traditional 2D Mario platformer game, and actually the best one in quite a while. I've heard others call it the spiritual successor to Super Mario World on the SNES, and call it the best 2D Mario since that game, and you know what? I agree with them. The ever-compelling Mario platforming is complemented with some fantastic level design, lots of hidden secrets and interesting new challenges, both inside the main game and as a selection of challenging minigames. Played solo or in multiplayer mayhem, it's an unskippable selection. If you're a Mario fan, absolutely pick it up. If you've not played Mario in a while, absolutely pick it up. If you like old school platforming, absolutely pick it up. What I'm saying is, this game is a superb example of its genre. It looks stunning, it plays great, this should be a no-brainer for any Wii U owner to own. It's also one of the Wii U games that you can play purely on the gamepad screen without the TV at all, which is just a cherry on top of the awesomeness. Next up, Tekken Tag Tournament 2 Wii U Edition, a horrifyingly clumsy name for a beautifully kick-ass fighter. I've liked the series since the very beginning and have adored it since Tekken 2, Tekken 3 being my very favourite, but I've personally skipped the last couple of Tekken games. They kind of lost something for me. But here in Tekken Tag Tournament 2 Wii U Edition, God, that name. It's won me back, absolutely. It's beautiful, it's Twitch responsive, it's complemented perfectly by the superb D-pad and the excellent buttons on the Wii U game controller, and the Wii U Pro controller. It's a well-polished example of everything that is great about Tekken, including the wholly eccentric crazy-ass crap that sets it apart from the competent but fairly straight-laced challenges. For example, it brings back Tekken Ball for the first time since Tekken 3, and it has a whole bunch of Nintendo-themed stuff inside, including alternate costumes, which is simultaneously completely bizarre and somehow perfectly Tekken. It's a fighting game not to be missed, in my opinion. Darksiders 2 is up next. Now, I've played this already on the Xbox 360, and honestly, I didn't love it. I mean, I could see it was a well put together game, I could see why other people liked it, but it never quite ticked all the boxes for me somehow. I kept thinking I'd rather be playing God of War. One of the issues I had was the tedious inventory management. I hate traditional inventory management. It's just a great way to stall gameplay, throw you out of your groove, mess up your rhythm and break the continuity of your gameplay. But with the Wii U's second screen, here all that has been fixed. When it's inventory management time, no longer must you hit a button and have a list of menus pop up and tabs to flip through and then a grid of crap to tediously go through, square by square, list item by list item to clumsily clatter through with your not-made-for-this-job thumbstick. Nope, here your inventory is ever present on the second screen, and with a tap of a finger you can equip, unequip, swap, change, fiddle, discard in mere moments. All the while your game remains up on the main screen where you can flick your eyes up on it at any time on a whim. The Wii U fixes this game for me. The Wii U has made it so I actually enjoy this game, and all because of the simple, intelligent use of that second screen, which has made some of the intrinsic mechanics of the game faster, more elegant, more natural, more responsive, and completely easier to manage. This is an excellent example of what the Wii U has to offer for multi-platform games. And finally, the stock standard first-person shooter experience of COD Blops 2. I've got to be honest here, I'm really kind of bored of the Call of Duty games, and I have been for a while. But it's important to find out how FPSs play on the Wii U, and Black Ops 2 provides an excellent place to test. Pleasantly, it's another one of the games you can simply mirror the game onto the controller screen for complete off-TV play, if you like. You can also use this for local multiplayer games, so one person plays on the TV, one person on the gamepad, which is pretty sweet. Aside from that, it looks really nice. Things run very smoothly here, and again, the Wii U's well-crafted controls hold up their end of the bargain really nicely. People moving over from other platforms may find the default button layout arse backwards to what they're used to, but there is of course a menu option to assign things to the physical locations they live on the Xbox. Same goes for the Pro controller if you prefer the more traditionally shaped control, or happen to be player 2 in a local multiplayer match. It feels superb. Better, in my opinion, than the 360's controller, even for games like this. Look, there's not much else to add really. It looks and sounds and plays and feels precisely like Call of Duty Black Ops 2 is supposed to. Oh, and in case you're wondering, I'm playing kind of poorly on purpose because I know it's annoying the living piss out of all you self-proclaimed so-called hardcore COD Blops players who have eschewed a life of variety for the droning monotony of endless COD Blops online multiplayer. All of you who can't wait to start name-calling and pissing on about how much better at a video game you are than me. Cool story, bros. So, that's a wrap. The Wii U is a really nice bit of hardware. The gaming experience is already pretty polished, especially at launch where things are almost always a bit wonky. And that weirdo gamepad, well, yeah, it really does make a hell of a difference to gameplay. In some cases offering nothing more than a sweet option to play off the TV. In other cases, it's made games that annoyed me on other systems into a much more compelling experience. I, for one, am sold. I don't know how things will change once PlayStation and Microsoft kick their currently secret new babies out of the door, which is probably going to happen sometime late next year, but for now, the Wii U has left me feeling quite optimistic for what's to come. And aside from the almost always superb first-party Nintendo stuff, the gamepad's bells and whistles may just make it the new system of choice for multi-platform titles. It's certainly changed my mind on Darksiders II. Thanks for watching, I am Blunty, and I'll catch you next time.